everybody, and welcome to the Gun Guy channel. Today we're going to be doing a quick field stripping cleaning of the Springfield Hellcat. This is my buddy's gun. He let me shoot it today, and that way we can get it reviewed, and really did enjoy the gun. People say that this gun's kind of snappy, and it was, but it still shoots pretty nice. Remove the magazine, check, make sure it's clear, which it is, and then we're going to start the field strip. What we do is we simply lock the slide back like that. The takedown lever on this particular gun goes up instead of down. So a lot of the guns that we've done in the past, it goes to 6 o'clock. This one goes up to 12 o'clock. You release the slide, and then you press the trigger and release it forward. We will remove the guide rail and spring, take the barrel out, and honestly this, it's a little bit dirty, not that bad. What I'm also going to do real quick is just throw on some gloves, because I am cleaning a bunch of guns today. Couple of reasons. One, it protects my dainty flesh, and two, honestly, you know, you're still dealing with lead, so you don't want constant contact with your skin. But honestly, it's just more so that the cleaning solutions don't hurt my hands. Anyhow, so we got the gun taken apart, relatively straightforward. What we're going to do is grab a clean patch. Again, you know, the way that I clean all of my guns is relatively similar. So I like the Hoppy's bore cleaner and solvent, and a little bit of the lube, and away we go. So let's get a little bit of solvent in the barrel and let it work its magic. We're going to go ahead, get that in there, get some on the feed ramp on the outside. Yeah, let it just soak a little bit. Take the same patch. Oh, I guess it was dirtier. Get the guide rail and spring. There we go, let that clean a bit. And let's get into the top rail. I guess the slide, and we will just go ahead and give everything a good wetting down. We're gonna take this off. We're gonna go ahead and don't know if you can see it, but where the firing pin is in the injector, I, as a rule, always put it down so that nothing gets into that chamber. All right, pretty good there. Do a quick wipe down on the outside as well, and we'll do the inside of the lower. All right, get into those rails. Put that down. I was really, I'm torn with this gun. It is, as I said, very snappy, which you would think would make it not very pleasant to shoot, but somehow the gun is still a very pleasant gun to shoot, and it is honestly very accurate. I have not shot this gun much at all, and I was doing pretty well with it today. So honestly almost as well as with the SIG P 365, which I think is the main comparison gun for this particular gun. We're going to take the brush and we're going to go through the barrel. We'll give it a couple of scrubs. And again, apologies about the squeaky toys. All right. let's take this and we're going to give that a quick scrub with the toothbrush. Toothbrush happens to be one of my favorite cleaning tools. And that feeding ramp, yeah, it's a little bit dirty. So we're going to get in there, really try and clean it. That's one of the parts that you always want kind of clean, especially if you're carrying this. You will learn to appreciate having a clean feeding ramp, because that's where you can sometimes get in trouble with a semi. Anyhow, all right, so we gave that kind of a nice little scrub. And again, we take our brush and go through. Brush is the same size as the 380. So the 9 and the 380, you can use the same brush basically. All right, we're gonna clean that up. It was a wee bit dirty. All right, and we're gonna take a clean patch and pass it through and see what we get. That's still pretty dirty. All right. Take another one. And if you don't like threading it, you can also just push it through. I actually prefer doing it this way, however. There we go. And not too shabby. All right, so we're good with the barrel. And again, we got that feeder ramp pretty nice. Go in the little cracks, and that's pretty clean. So we had some solvent on the spring and the guide rail, and we'll take this, give that a quick clean as well. There we go. All right, on the top slide, give it a quick scrub. Just break up anything that's being stubborn. Fluffy's got another squeaky toy. There you go. You can never have too many squeaky toys or 9mm semi-automatic pistols. At least that is my theory on life. Getting it clean. And we are going to take this and just make sure that we got our rails kind of clean. See, there's some dirt. Sometimes you can take a pick and a patch and go through that way if you'd like. And because I'm feeling a little bit of resistance, I'm going to take a Q-tip and get some more solvent going in there, in the rail. All right. There we go. And now hopefully that'll clean up a little bit more. Yep, that is better. All right, and take a rag and let's wipe this down. I think we got everything pretty broken up and clean. There we go. So that's looking better. We're gonna let that air dry. Go to the lower, and we are gonna just give it a quick scrub. Again, let's take a patch. The reason I like to do patches is it kind of tells me of how dirty the gun is, rather than just wiping it down right away. You can see that we got a little bit of wear on these rails, so we'll make sure to give that some lubricant, some gun oil. Same here and there. All right. Again, right there, it's cleaner now, so we can see that there's where the feed ramp kind of goes. So we're going to make sure that that's clean. Again, that's we want to make sure if you're carrying a semi-automatic, you really want to make sure that it feeds. And cleaning that area well is a big part of that problem. All right, so it's relatively good. We are gonna go ahead and wipe that down. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start doing a little bit of lubricant. Again, for those of you who've seen me do this before, the way I like to lubricate a gun is pretty straightforward. I'm going to take a patch, and on this, since it is not my gun and I'm not planning on shooting it again, I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in the barrel in case it rests in his safe, right? So we're just going to put a drop or two. That's it. You don't want to get too much. It'll encourage gunk. And we're just going to go through there once. That's good enough. All right, we're going to take this out. We're going to put a little more, and we're just going to get this spring and guide rail. Not too much. Again, this is a perfect example when you're cleaning a gun of a little bit of oil doing a lot of work. All right, to get the rails again, so I don't over oil them, I'm going to put a couple of drops on a Q-tip, and these, I used to make jokes, these are lint-free Q-tips. They actually work pretty well. So I'm going to go down the rail there, and I'm going to go down the rail there. Then we're also going to take the other side, and we are going to hit the spots where we see some grinding. Right? Again, not much. We don't need much. You just need a little bit to go a long way. All right, and with that, let's make sure that this is dry down there before we start putting it back together. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, wipe down the barrel one more time. And we are gonna take just a hair. You can put one drop and do the barrel. That was honestly probably a hair bit too much, but the barrel actually looks like it has some wear on it, so we wanted to do that. All right, we're gonna slide that in, make sure that's right. On this particular gun, the smaller end of the guide rail and spring goes back towards the gun. All right, so we want to make sure that we got that in nice, which we do, so it's seated well. Then honestly, putting this back together is kind of a snap. This will go back up into the 12 o'clock position, and we're going to simply ride the rails. There you go. We're going to bring the slide all the way back and lock it. We will then put the assembly lever back into a 9 o'clock position. And voila, there we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a drop or 3 on the one side and give this gun a good bit of cleaning. And again, the oil is really to just protect the gun. All right. And we are gonna go onto this side and do a drop or 2. And there you have it. We are done. The Hellcat is back in pretty good shape. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. If you learned anything, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us. And have a great day. Boom.